are we going to do?
We're going to do this. I'm just
how
using
lovely.
the Flourishes. This has actually been done with glossy accents, but I'm going to emboss this one.
Fine, you can do whatever you like.
Especially since you've got some people who are new to stamping.
Absolutely, yes,
it's,
of course.
Sort of some basic stamping here. OK.
Lovely. All right, let's jump in.
Right, what I'm doing is I'm using a pigment ink this time. And I'm just stamping down the side of my card, like so. It doesn't really matter where you do it. This is a beautiful stamp.
What ink are you using?
It's a pigment ink.
Wow. Oh, that looks lovely.
OK. Could have gone over a little bit more, but that's fine. Doesn't really matter. And what I'm going to use is clear embossing powder.
OK.
OK. So I'm just going to put this over the top, like so.
Shall I put that back away for you? I might as well do something.
No, it's OK, because I'm going to do another bit in a sec.
Oh, fine.
And then
yes,
yeah. So I'm starting in one spot and I'm heating it. You get a different effect. If you heat on top, you'll get sort of quite a rough look.
OK.
You can heat from underneath. It usually takes a little bit longer. And if you're a beginner, start by doing it from on top because it's slightly more difficult. But I'll do it both ways and you can see the difference.
So underneath, is it a bit smoother?
Yes, you get a very shiny look. So we'll do that one underneath. Obviously doing it from on top is faster.
Oh, right, OK.
But start in one spot. As it melts, move on. And don't overheat. And you can see the difference there.
So the one at the bottom was done from the top.
Yep.
There we go, be able to see. And if you tilt up, yeah, there is a difference there, isn't there? You can see that's quite a bit, about 50% smoother, I would say, doing it from underneath. But I love that colour and I love that stamp, Jenny.
Yeah, I mean, the set is absolutely fantastic. I would be surprised if it doesn't sell out because it really is.
It's well worth paying for.
It's a lovely one.
Really
so versatile. Right, so now I'm going to do my insert at the same time because. Okay.
Just grab that pot from you. This one.
Okay, so I'm stamping my happy birthday in the middle. And again, I'm going to just stamp my flowers on here, my flourish.
Yep.
And I'm now going to make another mess for you to clear up.
Oh,
because I'm going to use the powder again.
I can put glitter away and powder, that's about it. Otherwise, it's out of my job description.
There we go. So I'm just putting the powder over that. And that's it, job done. There we go.
Oh, lovely.
I'm just going to heat this one. And that gives me a lovely glossy effect. And of course it's dry straight away.
Right.
Whereas if I'd used the glossy accents, they give a lovely dimension. But this card wouldn't have been able to have been sent out for sort of hours, whereas this will be able to go straight out at the end of the show. Okay, so let's just get that out of the way. I'm now using my distress ink. And I'm just going to colour this slightly.
Now this is your tumbler glass, isn't it?
Yes. There we go. So just a tiny bit. And same on here. I hardly really need to re-ink. You know, a lot will stay on here. And it is just to really take the whiteness of the card off. I find this quite therapeutic. Same as colouring, you know, so it is really just to take the whiteness of the card off. I would normally actually work slightly slower than this and build it up slowly because you get a softer look.
Of course.
All right, I'm using the same colour distress ink and I'm just doing sort of a random pattern. Whoops, and you can see this works really, really well for this. There we go. And so, I mean, before you do anything else, we're there.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to stick those on in a second. First of all, what I'm going to do is just cut around the edge.
Ah, okay.
And it, you know, you don't have to be precise. You just cut
You transformed
round.
it into like a shaped card.
Yeah. And what will happen is you'll have the blue showing through.
I like that.
That's why I said I'd actually put that one on over slightly fast, too fast. So what I'll do is I'll just cut round that so a bit of the blue will show. But there you go. Then you've got your blue edging.
Really good. Lovely.
You know, you can do a lot more than this, but for speed, we'll sort of leave it like this. So a bit of glue on the back. There we go. Stick that on.
Now we're coming towards the end of this demonstration, so I'll give you the heads up. More stock updates on the way. More stock updates on the way. We should have a clock counting down, shouldn't we?
And
but it is obviously very, very busy on the phone lines, but I know you want to see the demonstration, so I'm doing my best not to interrupt
last but not least, just because it's on the show, I would put pearls in the middle of this as well. If you look on that, the pearls that are in, on the show, I'll just put 1 or 2 on. But what I'm going to do as well, this is absolutely fantastic. This is glitter frosting by Floursoft.
Ah, okay.
This is a hint of violet, which they do a hint of green as well, which I often use.
On the show? I've seen it, but I've not seen it demonstrated.
Right. So hang on. There's the right container. So I'm going to have to be very careful of this bit because I've stuck it on and there's glue.
Okay.
What I love about this, it's subtle.
Yeah.
But also you can actually put this on, and the girls at Floursoft told me this themselves, so they won't mind me saying this. You do need the glue, the Floursoft glue for Floursoft.
Right.
But for the frosting, you can actually use a glue pen, which is fantastic because you can follow sort of the pattern round like this.
Of course.
I'm only going to do a little bit, so there we go. And as before, I actually often spoon it over.
Yeah.
I'm just putting it over, sharp tap. And once the glue dries, the effect will be slightly more subtle than it is at the moment. But it gives you just a pretty shimmer.
There we go, you can see. So obviously it will dry clear, as of course does.
The glue will, yeah. And you get that lovely sort of white effect with the glitter in it. It's fantastic for flowery things. It's fantastic for fairies and so on.
But it works. It works very well, and of course you've got 2 different options. Well, not 2 different options. You're getting 2 different pots if you are going to go for your Floursoft glitter. Hint of violet and hint of green. We use the hint of violet here. But again, look at the consistency of quality with the stamps. So this is the one. This is fresh. There's Jenny's pages here, but
you can see how quick it was.
No, absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah,
so again, but what blew me away, I have to say, that first stamp that you created with that with the ink, I think that looks fantastic, isn't it? All right, now listen, we're not doing too badly for time, so listen, what we'll do, we get ready for the next demonstration, is that all right?
Yep.
Now listen, stock update alert, let's have a look through everything that we've been taking a look at. Having a very